And we are living in the woods now. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, we got the check engine light on the F-350. It says reductant purge control valve A stuck closed. You'll never believe what the Ford dealership told me. Hopefully we don't run out of fresh water. I'm a little worried about that. And this is the first time we've used this thing too. About ready to give up on this open roads car. All right, guys, so we've been boondocking across Central Florida and we have another move day. And it's finally time to unveil our big travel plans. But first, we got to get this show on the road. And once we get there, we're going to tell you what it's all about. So if you're new, guys, I'm Chris. My wife and our 3 puppies, we travel full-time in our 5th wheel RV, and we're in this outer Central Florida area right now. And we've been stuck here for a little while because we had one particular thing we had to do in this area that was extremely important. So let's catch you up on what's been going on, and then we're going to get to moving. All right, Kim heard about this pink dinosaur. Where'd you hear about this pink dinosaur?
I was just looking at like attractions around here, and that came up, like roadside attractions. It's the Pepto-Bismol.
All right, we're gonna go find a pink dinosaur.
We're
taking Lily out for it too. She's been crying and crying. She wants to get out. All right, guys, we found it. Apparently, this is a little tourist attraction. Apparently there's not much to do around here because you look up for attractions and this pink brontosaurus comes up. Not really sure what the story is behind it. Could make something up, I guess.
No, it came from a dinosaur museum.
Oh, it came from a dinosaur museum?
Yeah, I guess there weren't.
What's it?
There wasn't enough. No, it seriously did come from a dinosaur museum. I forget what it was. I read on it. Yeah, this used to be a dinosaur museum.
This used to be a dinosaur museum here?
Yeah. Like 19... Get what year it was.
Yeah, just make something up. We always see like other YouTubers like going around these towns. It's like almost like tourist guides and stuff. And I'm like, I swear like half the time they're just making stuff up. Either that or they do a lot of research before they start yammering on about some city or state or, you know, numbers and dates and times and stories. I don't know. I think it's funny.
Like in 1927, this was a dinosaur museum.
We found a little nature preserve. We're gonna take Lily on a little walk for. But if you don't see us talking a lot during travel days inside the truck to you guys, it's mostly because of her. She just either gets in the way of the camera or cries, and she just gets excited when we travel, and she whines a lot. She's not upset or anything. She just gets excited, and
she loves car rides.
Yeah, she loves car rides, and she just makes a lot of noise. So it just makes difficult filming inside the truck, especially since she's sitting right in between us. But we're gonna wear her out, give her a little run.
I love her little truck.
Yeah. All right, look who's not crying anymore.
She gotta walk.
She worn out.
She gotta walk, pumpkin.
All right, well, we just dropped Lily off because all of a sudden out of nowhere, we got the check engine light on the F-350. Don't know what's up with that, but we're gonna go try to find out and see if it's serious or just a glitch or something. Hopefully it's just something simple and they can just reset it and it'll go away. Sometimes these go away on their own. Wish us luck, guys. All right, so I called the Ford dealership and trying to get an appointment to get in there. You know how that is. They want weeks out usually, and so I told them our circumstances, and they said they would try to call me back. And we're still waiting, so we went to an advanced auto parts store where we threw the code reader on, and this is what it said. I'll put it right up here. It says reductant purge control valve A stuck closed. But then, right before they came out here and put the code reader on, when I started the truck, the code was gone. So it must have became unstuck. but now it seems to be fine. So hopefully it was just a fluke. I don't know if Ford's ever going to call me back. But we did need windshield wiper fluid anyway, so we're going to top that off. All right, so hopefully, like I said, that was just a fluke, and we don't have to deal with that again for a long time. It's only got like 12,000 miles on it, and it's barely a year old. So you never know. Freaking diesels. Okay, Kim just looked it up. AI says the reductive purge control valve stuck closed is likely means the diesel exhaust fluid system valve isn't opening, preventing the DEF flowing needed to clean the exhaust gases, which can hurt emissions, fuel economy, and potentially damage the diesel particulate filter. You know, which is funny. This is AI is wrong, because this can't damage a diesel particulate filter because your DEF comes after your diesel particulate filter, not before. Stupid AI. But anyway, I can see why what would happen is if it did get stuck closed and the DEF couldn't be released, I could see us getting one of those D ratings, like where it'll slow you down until you get it fixed or something like that. You know, it'll drop you down to 50 miles per hour after so many miles, and then drop you down again after so many miles, and basically bring you down to a crawl because of these emission systems. When they fail, they don't want your truck to move and cause bad emissions. Their solution for it is to not allow you to really drive your truck, even though it's not stopping your truck from functioning properly. It's just stopping the emissions from working to its fullest capacity. And your deficit. What's that?
It's like a $20 part to fix.
No, Kim's looking up. It says it's like a $20 part to fix, but
no, but $500 in labor.
Oh yeah, probably $500 in labor. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said it says $500 in labor to, but it shouldn't be anything for us because it should be covered under warranty.
Yeah, but you can probably fix it yourself. If we had to do it.
If I had to do it myself, I probably could. It just, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't come back on. If it does, I guess we'll address it then. Hopefully it was just a one-time fluke. You like the moo cows? Oh man. Oh, you okay, Benny? He's losing it.
Be nice to the cows.
Man, Benny loves him some cows. That's for sure. All right, well, last couple of days, actually the last couple of weeks, we have hardly run the air conditioning at all because the weather has been cool and it's finally getting back up into the mid 80s again. And I'm going to have to break down and turn the air conditioning on. We're still not hooked up to power or nothing. So this is running 2 air conditioning on nothing but solar. Sure. 73. Put it down to 73. But running 2 air conditioners, just solar, just closed up all the windows. So ramp it up. We're only getting about 1,700 watts right now. But Kim and I are going to go for a little walk. When we get back, we're going to see how much power we're using and what the temperature is. All right, so we just got back from our 2-mile walk. We got both air conditioners running. We are only using 1,200, a little over 1,200 watts right now. We're only pulling in about 1,000 because we got some clouds coming by, but it'll pick, as soon as the clouds go away, it'll pick right back up. When we started, before we left, it was like 83 degrees in here, and now it's already 76 degrees. Definitely worth getting the chill cubes. So power efficient. That's why we got them, so we can get out here boondocking off grid, no power hookups, and still have 2 air conditioners.
Both running at the same time.
They can't hear you.
I said they're both running at.
She's talking in there like we don't have mics on, so.
Sorry, they're both running at the same time. We just got back from a walk. I'm trying to.
I just need to start wearing the mics because she's talking and like it's not going to pick up on the mic.
We just came back from our walks and I'm trying to get cleaned up. Yeah, they're both running at the same time.
They're both working great, and I'm sure it'll be down to 73 degrees in no time. Not really pulling any power. We're down to 1,000 watts for 2 air conditioners, and we're pulling in 1,100. That's insane, guys. that's why it's worth spending a few extra bucks getting the chill cubes. These are the ducted versions. I have a whole playlist of installs and all that mess talking about our chill cubes and stuff like that down in the description area just for the chill cubes. Those videos got a lot of traction this summer, and they just recently came out with the heat pump versions, but we don't have one installed yet. But when we do get one, we're definitely going to tell you about it. The funny thing is, it's been cool lately, and we literally just hooked up the diesel heater, and we have the diesel heater now, but we only got 2 warm days, and then it goes back to being cold again. We got another cold front coming through, but at least for these next 2 days, we have air conditioning and off-grid, and we don't have to worry about it. It's like, oh, there's more. There's more. Oh, Vinny, no. Get your fat butt through here. Favorite part of the day. You're a hot mess, Vinny. After about 2 days of the mid 80s and running both air conditioners off our solar, oh look, the cows are coming. Say hi. We got some rain this morning actually, and we ran the AC a good bit last night too, and the batteries are down to about 63% because we didn't get a lot of sun yesterday. It was a little cloudy. As you can see, we're probably not going to get much sun today. Hopefully it clears up and we can get some power back, but we're not going to need any air conditioning because it rained this morning, and after the rain this time of year, there's always a cold front moving in, and as you can see, the temperature's dropping. It's going to get cold here, and you guys saw previously that we installed the diesel heater, and that's going to get some good use tonight. But this, where we're going right now, is the whole reason why we're staying here at this farm, is because of today. We have something important going on, and we've been over here for almost a week now because of one particular thing. If you guys have been following along for a while, you'll know that Kim had breast cancer about 5 years ago, and this is what, 5 years in remission?
November will be 5.
This coming November will be 5 years in remission. So this is a big scan. You never know every year, so we always just keep our fingers crossed and, you know, hope for the best. Every October you'll see the pink ribbons on all our videos because we're supporting breast cancer awareness.
Oh, look at pork chop. Look at that fat thing running through the field.
Oh, he must get under the fence. There's a fat little pig over here that we call Pork Chop. Kim's starting to name all the cows. You know it's time to move on when Kim starts naming the cows and animals. We got Pork Chop, we got Sally Sue. Anyway, we got to go take care of this. This is important, and then we can head on to our final starting port for the big destination, and we can't wait to share with you guys. And this was the closest harvest host to the place she needs to get her special scans done. So that's why we're staying at this farm. And they could take all 3 puppies. They don't care. They've been really great, nice people. It's raining, so I'm dropping her off at the door. Wish us luck, guys. I'll be right back. Well, that was the easy part. Now the hard part's waiting for the results.
That's always the hard part.
But we got to get back to the rascals, and we got to start getting everything ready because tomorrow is move day. All right, how many hours has it been since you had your scan? Like 3 or 4 hours?
Yeah, about 4 hours.
About 4 hours. They already have her results in the portal. What does it say?
It says no suspicious masses, architectural distortion, or suspicious calcifications are identified post-surgical change.
Sweet. High five. All right, guys. So that cold front moved in, and it's in the 30s today. We've been running our diesel heater all night. If you didn't watch that install video, you need to go back and check that out. But it's definitely been a huge help. Well, when it's in the 30s, it doesn't completely heat the RV by itself. The propane does have to kick on some. It went through probably about 1.5 gallons of diesel last night, and I have it on full bore, but it definitely does make a big difference. The propane heater does not have to run near as much as it usually does, and it makes a big difference, especially because the way we installed it is split so that half the air goes into the underbelly and the other half goes into the AC. So our floors are warmer than usual. They're not cold floors. You're not walking around on cold floors, especially the bathroom floor. And that's been a huge difference. I'm so glad the diesel heater is working out. I'll leave links for that install video and links for the heater in the description area below. And putting away that diesel heater is super easy the way we installed it. So you'll have to go back and check out that video, and I'll show you how we put it away. After you take the exhaust off, all you have to do is pop this off, pop that little plate on, unplug this, and bam, diesel heater put away. I think we had about 240 miles to go today. The next campground is still full boondocking, no hookups at all. And we're down to, I think, 30% on our fresh tank and 50% on both our gray tanks. And we're probably about half full on our black tank too. So I think we're gonna let it ride. Hopefully we don't run out of fresh water. I'm a little worried about that, but we only gotta make it 2 more days, and fingers crossed we can do that. All right, this time I remember to put the correct slide in first. That's much easier to get by. All right, yeah, if I don't put them in the right order, it makes it harder for her to get squeezed by. You sad to leave the farm?
I'm sad for Finn to see his cows go, because he won't see them again for a while.
Had to really come in at an angle to back up to the hitch. Still got to get hitched up though. That's the one thing I do love about the Anderson hitch. You just got to get it close. Oh man, that was dug in there, wasn't it? There, I get it knocked off.
The heater work good in that?
Yes, sir.
We were camping last year for like 3 months, and the heater kept going out right in the middle of the winter. It was cold there. Yeah.
But definitely cuts down the propane use.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, I think I got another one sold on the diesel heater.
Yeah, boy.
It works. Doing our little last walk around. Looking good. Nope, need to shut the propane off.
Why would you walk around and ask questions?
Well, we got a line of cars in here waiting for us to get out. Thank you guys for waiting patiently. Call Road. Calm down, pumpkin pie, calm down. She's always excited for car rides. We gotta get going. And luckily, Kim was gonna have to face one of her biggest fears yet as far as travel days go. Luckily, RV Trip Wizard to the rescue, because it had us going over the Skyway Bridge. She doesn't like going over the tall bridges, even without pulling the trailer, but with the trailer, it's a little more. But this is the lady who likes to jump out of airplanes. That's what I think is insane.
I have a fear of bridges. I don't know what it is. I've always been like that since I was a kid.
But she'll jump out of an airplane. RV Trip Wizard has us going around the other way, so she doesn't have to deal with that this time. for those that want to know, we did about 161 miles to the Loves, and it was, I think we were getting about 10.1 miles per gallon. That's the best we've been doing so far, and that was just basically straight highway. Granted, we do have 35-inch tires, but we're not lifted or anything. So people that are thinking that diesel's going to get this enormous amount of gas mileage, you're mistaken. It's not that fantastic, but it's still better than gas. All right, time for a little break. Someone's got to go tinkle. All right, potty break's over. Hey, Punky Pies, rascal. You little nuggies. I'll get Penny. It's all wrapped up. And once again, open roads had a problem. I couldn't get DEF. When it was making me have to go back inside to see the cashier to get DEF, I was able to get diesel. But once again, open roads. I've had lots of problems with those, having to go back inside, and the trucks were starting to pile up at the lane. So I got enough DEF for probably tomorrow's trek. So I'm not really too worried about it. Benny, come here. Come this way, come here. All right, guys, so now we got about 80 more miles to our next stop. We had to stop again. I done forgot. Those high flow pumps will not fit in the diesel can. Should have done that before we left. Because running the diesel heater is way more efficient than burning propane. All right, now back on the road. All right, guys, so we made it to Burns Lake Campground and the Big Cypress Preserve down here at the Everglades. We're going to get set up and then we'll catch up with you in a second.
I just opened the silverware drawer. Christopher, do you know how I keep my silverware and everything neatly in order? Oh my goodness.
We had some more stuff fling out the back when we hit a bump coming down the road, so we're gonna have to secure stuff back there in the kitchen a little bit better. Yeah, this is fully off grid, no power, no sewer, no water, and we're pulling in about almost 1600 watts right now, but almost back up to 73%. We were like 42, 43% this morning when we left, and so we gained about 30% just on the drive over in a few hours, because yesterday we got no sun. We barely just kept up with what we were using during the day. Now we're expecting clear skies, so power is definitely not going to be an issue. So we decided to go for a little walk and check things out. And we are living in the woods now for the next 2 days. Because We have reservations somewhere. I'm sure you guys could probably figure out where we're going. But if you have figured it out, leave it down in the comment section. We're stuck here for a little bit, and then 2 days, and then we're gonna move on. The final destination of the beginning of our big trek. Can't wait to get there and share it with you guys. All right, so we started thinking, probably gonna be taking a couple showers here. We're getting a little low on water. So I rather, instead of Kim running out of water when it's right in the middle of a shower, I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna go get some water. I should have just stopped somewhere on the way and filled up a little bit. It would have took a few minutes, but hindsight's 2020, and I don't want to get caught with my britches down. All right, so we're at a dump and water station in the middle of nowhere. That's gonna work out perfectly. There we go. We're just gonna fill this thing up about halfway. Just gonna probably put about 30 gallons in it. It holds 60, like 63 gallons. I'll probably just put about 30 in it, which will be more than plenty for the next 2 days. This way, Kim won't run out of water in the middle of a shower and keep me out of trouble. And I don't see any signs over here. They say potable or non-potable water. And legally, I think if it's non-potable, they have to have a sign up. So I'm assuming it's potable. And any which way, it's going through our 3-stage filtration system and water softener through our Blue Tech water system. And all the water that we drink goes through the UV filter at the sink. We're almost there. And this is the first time we've used this thing too. So let's see how it goes. Shut that off. Shut that off. Shut this off. All right, we should be good for showers. The water down there at where the dump station is, where you dump your tanks, that says not drinking. And if you see the sign right over here, it has a cup of water, and the other one has a cup of water with the line through it, so that means you're not supposed to drink that. Always check for that non-potable, potable water. If it's non-potable, it's supposed to have a sign. That means you're not supposed to drink it. That's not treated. This hose out of the way. This little pump is not really designed for drinking water, and you're supposed to lube it every once in a while, but instead you could just use some vegetable oil. If you ever hear it start to make some noise, put a little bit of vegetable oil in it. The vegetable oil is not going to hurt you, and it should lube it and keep it fine. Then set this to fill tank. There we go. Stop a battery in there. Open that up. There we go. And it's filling. And I got a flow meter on there, so I should know exactly how much water we put in. And we got our Mopica sensors, which will tell us how full it is. Honestly, I don't think transferring water could make it any easier. Just a couple of videos ago, I explained how I set all this stuff up. This is the first time we're using the fresh water, so if you want to go back and check that out, I'll show you how we dump the gray tank. So far, this has been a piece of cake. And also, I was just checking, see how much power we pulled in today. We pulled in 11.2 kilowatts while we were traveling today. So that's pretty good for wintertime with 3,500 watts of solar on the roof. All right, we're about empty. So let's go check. We put 32 gallons of fresh water back in there, so about half a bag. So I guess pretty accurately. So we made it another night. We ran 240 miles south to get away from the cold, and it's still freezing out there. The diesel heater's been running all night, and we have it on high. And the biggest benefit is the floor's warm. I love the fact that it blows the hot air into the underbelly so that we're not walking around on a cold floor. What do you think about that, baby?
I love it. And Finn loves it because Finn's warm.
So if you're thinking about a diesel heater, set it up the way we did, and you'll have warm floors. Remember when I called that Ford dealership about the little issue we were having with the depth sensor? You'll never believe what the Ford dealership told me. Absolutely nothing. They never called me back. I never heard a peep from them. And this has been days ago. that's a dealership for you. You never know, man. There are some good ones out there, but most of them are pretty rotten. But luckily, we've not been having any more issues with the sensor or engine warning lights, so we've been pretty good with that. So fingers crossed it stays that way, and that was just a fluke. All right, guys, it's a little chilly out here. I don't think Kim's coming outside today, but I'm gonna tough it out here, and I'm taking the rod and reel, and we're gonna go try to catch some fish in this lake over here. All right, guys, this looks like as good a spot as any. Just gonna check out here and see if we can't cook something in. Got one. Not a whopper, but got a little guy. Oh, check this guy out. I think my second cast. Got a nice little bass. Hopefully there's some bigger ones out there, but at least we're catching fish finally. We'll let this guy go. Ooh, pretty little bass. Here you go, buddy. Here we go. I got another one. Oh man. He hit right at the shoreline. Another little bass. Man, it's been a struggle, but we finally got two. Man, they're cold too. You can feel the water starting to cool off. But let this guy go. There you go, buddy. All right, this little corner will probably be my last stop. See if we can't find something over here. Here we go. We got another one. Oh, just lost him. Dang it. Here's a little guy. All right, guys, so we managed to land two bass and we missed one, but we had some fun out there. But now let's go get back inside where it's warm. Actually, I'll probably need to fill that diesel heater up. Well, we've been stuck here in the woods for 2 days, waiting to move on to the next spot, and today's finally come. The sun's coming up, we're packing stuff up, and we're gonna get on the road and finally reveal where we're going and then where we're headed after that. And all our tire sensors are going off because it's cold. It doesn't mean you have to go out there and fill them. Uh-oh, that's a good sized bump. But it's just because of the cold. As soon as we get out on the highway, start driving, they'll be right back up to temperature by the time we get a few miles down the road. All right, so now we're heading down the road that is the infamous one, I think, that discombobulated all of Kimberly's silverware. But I'll just have to watch out for the potholes in here. And hopefully everything will arrive in one piece when we get there. Sweet, there's nobody at the dump station. Hopefully we'll be in and out quick. And we actually came the wrong direction to get to this dump station. It is actually 6 miles the opposite direction, but there's another dump station about 15 miles the other way, but it's actually at a real campground. And this is like, I think government workers or something camp here or something. Anyway, but I figured that place might be busy because there'd be other people leaving just like us and we might get stuck behind some people. So we came back this way, and luckily we got here just in time. Somebody else was pulled up, so we don't have to wait. about ready to give up on this open roads card. Every single place I go to, I'm having issues with them. I had to go back inside, see the cashier, and it's saying inactive. I gotta call them again, see what's wrong, but so far, not impressed with open roads. I'm about to throw this in the garbage. I also need to get a pair of gloves. I had some in my truck, I don't know what happened to them, but I need to get a new pair. We got about 60 more miles to go. We had to stop for a potty break. We're gonna let the rascals go for a little while. As you can probably guess, we are in the Florida Keys right now. We're not at our final destination yet. Like I said, we've got about 60, 70 more miles to go.
Seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same.
All right, got our stuff. Now I gotta go get in the site. And maybe just pull off to the side here and then go in the office.
Way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high.
All right, so we finally made it. As you can see, we are here at Bahia Honda State Park in the Florida Keys. It's been a long road coming, but we finally made it. And this is just the starting point to our next destination. But we got 2 weeks here. We got some adventures planned. And then our next destination, well, not our next destination, our final destination for this next big leg of our trip is Alaska. Yeah, we are going from the Florida Keys all the way to Alaska. We're going to spend the next few months working our way up there, and we want to be up there by summer. So in the next video, we're going to tell you exactly how we booked a spot here at Bahia Honda and share a little secret. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, notification bell, all that fancy jazz. Give this video a big thumbs up. Shows you appreciate the content, because we appreciate you guys. And hopefully we'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye.
Goodbye, Lo.